Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the video. Oh, should we call it a video? I think we'll call it a live stream. Now, hopefully this works. There was some trouble last time I tried streaming with this setup, so we'll see. Is there lag? There better not be lag, because I've tried so hard to keep this, to keep this good. Okay, I'll switch to the next angle, so you can see the angle here. Apparently it's back to front, is it? No, it is not. Okay, we have the video up here. As you can see, hopefully you can hear me okay. We're just going to check on my end to make sure everything can be heard. No, it is not. Okay. It's flipped on my end. For a reason, I keep trying to get this working and it never works. We'll just as you can see, hopefully you can hear me okay. Just gonna check my end to make sure everything can be heard. Okay, we're good. Good. Now, okay, we're just gonna watch the video and we'll give our thoughts and impressions. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this okay. First of all, I love the cold brew there in the top right.
When we look at the Apple Watch Series 7, it's easy to say that the upgrades this year are marginal. Like, yes, spoiler alert, it's a great smartwatch.
Why is this back to front? Sorry about this now. It was okay for a time there, but it went back. Flip horizontal. There you go. Can you see it okay? Or is it back to front on your end? Let me know if that's okay on your end, because it's showing flip for me and I don't know if it's actually... Yeah, it isn't. Sorry about this now. Yeah, YouTube is just weird in that way, but we'll see anyways. Okay, we can keep going.
Watch, in my opinion, the best smartwatch on the market.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to change the game to be given that title. So let's talk about iterative updates, because
got a nice animation going there.
That's kind of the name of the game here. Whether this is going to be your first smartwatch or much needed upgrade, let's look.
Love the Starlight and Lilac watch band combination there. It's really nice.
That what the Apple Watch Series 7 had.
Nice. You can see that there's some Halloween decorations still up. So this video was filmed a while ago, which is why that's there. And of course, there's the custom pillows.
That's what it does really well. How it compares to all previous Apple.
That's actually cool to see all the different things.
Watches, and if it's worth buying. The most notable part of the initial Apple Watch was the build quality. Before it came out, there were hundreds of renders of a round Apple Watch. And then they came out with a square watch and a crown. People were shocked, but Apple...
Little hidden reference to the Spider-Man film that just launched. Polaroid cameras. Jacqueline just got a Polaroid camera. And a record player, because she likes including those in the top downs.
Apple has stuck to that design. We're now on the Series 7, and it looks like a modernized version of that initial design. This year, the iterative design update is
Aura Ring, because Aura Rings.
The display. So the display now kind of curves over the edges, which means that you get more screen real estate.
Christmas theme, because it's Christmas, and of course another Spider-Man reference.
In a very similar sized body, and the bezels are 1.7 millimeters thick. That enhancement actually makes a big difference, because smartwatch displays are so small that any pixel of added screen real estate actually makes a difference here. So it makes the watch more usable for things like scribing out a letter on the screen, or quickly reading through information, going through the settings app. And there are also new Apple Watch faces this year that kind of take advantage of the over-edge display. And not only do they look really good, but they're also very easy to customize, which is cool. And that ease of use continues with the connectivity.
It's nice.
So from the initial Apple Watch to the Series 1 and 2, there honestly weren't that many major upgrades. The primary one was just improved Wi-Fi connectivity. And then over the next couple of years, there were some bigger ones, like the ability to have cellular data. And that is on the Apple Watch Series 7. There is still no 5G, so there was no upgrade there.
apps going
But
in
they
there.
did upgrade the Bluetooth to Bluetooth 5.0, which will make the Bluetooth range longer.
A little shot so you can use your iPhone as a viewfinder for the videos. Your Apple Watch as a viewfinder so that's handy, so you can see more.
And more reliable. One of the reasons why the iPhone became so popular was the App Store. Having a bunch of different apps kind of immediately upped the utility of the device. On watches, an App Store is a little bit less.
You can see she's flipping between the different B-roll shot, the A-roll shots there. It's
important because you're not using apps on your watch as
audience
frequently,
retention.
but it is still really important because you want apps that can help you with your music or fitness, and that's another upgrade that we've seen from year to year. So what started out as 3,000 apps is now over 20,000 available, which is a pretty big difference, definitely notable.
Being honest here, I use an Apple Watch and I don't really have any apps, so I don't know how I feel about apps on the Apple Watch, if I'm being honest, for me, in my use case, because I don't use apps on my Apple Watch for whatever reason, but there are very good ones.
We haven't gotten to it yet, but working out and fitness is definitely a core identity of this watch. The Series 4 was the first Apple Watch to have implemented the improved electronic heart sensor, but it was not the last. Apple very quickly realized how important fitness and health was for a wearable, and they have made tons of upgrades to those features over the last several years. The Series 4, 5, and 6 all made progressive updates to fitness, and it's culminated into the Series 7, which now has the best trackers that they've had.
That's the blood oxygen monitoring. Nice Polaroid shot, of course.
Had yet, plus a new subscription, Fitness Plus plan, if you really want to get heavy into working out and having a consistent regimen to follow. And I've talked about that a lot in the Apple hospital video, so I won't dwell on it. The main takeaway is that working out is a really transformational activity, both physically and mentally. And so if Apple can make the Apple Watch part of that activity, the customers that own that product are going to feel a lot more connected to it.
It's interesting. See how she's using animations again from that video, which is good, see using animations.
All right, so build quality, apps, connectivity, all of these areas are things that have been iteratively improved on every single year, like not huge major strides every year, but when you zoom out and you look at the lens of a couple years of watches, there are pretty substantial upgrades here. But then there are also some other stuff that's brand new with the Series 7. You have the 36-hour battery.
The B-roll in this video was so good. I absolutely agree. Welcome to the stream, Minecraft. Showing no one's in the stream, but YouTube being YouTube, you know how it is. I will agree, the top-down shots is fantastic in this video. It really feels like she stepped up her
because a lot of people are now using the watch.
Her color grading game.
So you don't want to have to charge it every.
Yeah, like a shot like this. It feels different to previous videos, but I feel like that's all in the lighting and the color grading. Which is
and it also has 50% thicker glass,
which is supposed to be more
durable. It's difficult to kind of translate to real world data.
Here's a game. Take a drink of your coffee or a cold brew, because obviously you're drinking a cold brew while you're watching an NBT video. Every single time you see a Spider-Man reference. Of course, we have a cold brew in the video, as I mentioned it. That's all
but I think generally it just means that the watch is going to last longer without any major damage. And speaking of durability, this watch is actually made of 100% recycled aluminum and 100% recycled rare earth metals.
Agreed. Jackin has improved a lot. Absolutely, especially since March last year, when her videos were significantly different. Yeah, like the lighting in this one, way better than previous videos.
So it really feels like Apple's making a commitment to reducing their climate impact. Obviously, that's not like a universal thing across all their products. Like, there are areas that they could do better. But for this one, that is a step in the right direction. And maybe we can say that that's why they didn't update the CPU, but I don't think so. The CPU this year is one of those areas that wasn't updated.
Little reference to last month's logo, the November logo, which was a little theme on Thanksgiving, and she made a poster of it, which was cool.
So it's the same as the Series 6, and that kind of brings me to this whole idea of the fact that late stage tech can't improve every single category in a game-changing way every single year, in my opinion. Like when we look at phones or watches, it's kind of hard for a manufacturer to change the game every single year. What's much more likely what's been happening is a 10 to 20% improvement every year. And honestly, I think that's okay. The Apple Watch Series 7 is a much better product than the Apple Watch Original Edition was. And that's not in that huge of a time span. Like if you're buying the Apple Watch Series 7 as your first watch, you're going to get a much better experience than the person that bought the initial.
Little B-roll shot from 2018, but most people buying an Apple Watch don't buy an Apple Watch every single year. It's just one of those things that you just don't do. It's one of those pieces of tech since it's to watch, but a lot of people will, check out a watch of a couple of years.
I'm coming from a Series 4 actually, so I noticed a bunch of big improvements. I would say if you have anything earlier than a Series 4, you're probably going to really enjoy the upgrade. The Series 5 and 6, I honestly don't think you need to upgrade because the differences aren't that substantial.
Unless, of course, you need the bigger screen.
But if you do decide to upgrade, it's a pretty great product. Kind of an easy recommendation. There aren't that many big areas of compromise.
I will say one reason someone might want to pick up the watch is for that larger display, and specifically people with sight difficulties. The watch is really good for those people. It lets them see things a lot bigger because you can blow up the text and you can see more on the display because of that, which is nice.
Hope you found this video helpful and entertaining. I honestly just really appreciate you being here and hanging out. Thanks so much for watching this one. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
And there we go. That is it essentially for now. That was a great video, I will say, and I think that she's improved significantly. Jacqueline has improved significantly with her content since originally back in March 2020 when the whole world fell apart, and felt like an early Christmas present to get an NBT video. Okay, and so that'll conclude the stream. Fun to get on the stream for a bit, and just chill out and watch the video. So without further ado, I'm going to wrap it up here, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.